What's holding you back? This piece of wood. So what did karate do for me? Well, at an early age, I was watching all these kung fu movies. Their fighting scenes were amazing. These guys would be jumping all over the place, doing these flying kicks, amazing fighting scenes, all choreographed, but I didn't know much about martial arts back then. I didn't know that that's just the movies. But it got me to a point where I wanted to do that. I wanted to learn how to be confident. I wanted to learn how to stand up to people, to bullies and people who bother me. Instead of being shying away and hiding, I wanted to have the confidence that these people show. So I bugged and bugged my dad to take me to a kung fu school. Unfortunately, in my little small town of Bolton, there was no kung fu school in 1981. There was a karate school, and that's where I met my teacher. I was very disappointed because we were doing karate, and that's not what they were showing in the kung fu movies. In fact, the kung fu guys were killing the karate guys. So why would I want to learn a lesser martial art? Until I met my instructor. And there he was, whipping around nunchakas, practicing, looked over at me, introduced himself, and that started something that I've been doing since 1981. So, karate, why did it help me? When I was training, but I wasn't doing the stuff that I saw on TV. But my instructor was always talking about doing the stuff on TV. If you do your punch well, then we will learn. If we do this, then we will learn. If you can do a front kick, and me being a little kid, I can do my front kick, look. And there's me throwing my foot or leg up, and there was nothing to it. But I thought it was great. In reality, I needed a lot more practice. So one day, about 6-7 months into this program, my instructor informs me that I have to do a demonstration on behalf of the club. And I said, oh yeah, I'd love to do that. And then I found out it was in front of my high school. And here I am in my high school at lunchtime with 700 kids looking at me. And I go, oh my God, I'm not that good. I can't do this. And he announced that I was going to break a piece of cement, a cement board. I've never done anything like that. And I was afraid. I was afraid to do the technique in front of all my friends and everyone in my high school. Imagine that type of pressure on you. And my instructor instilled in me, and I was training with him for about a year at that point, that you can do it. I know you can do it. He knew I can do it. I didn't know I can do it. But he explained to me quickly, because in 3 minutes I'd have to go in front of everyone and break this board, that I can do it. And if you don't do it, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I was looking at him like he was crazy. What do you mean it's okay? I'll look like the biggest loser, and I will not be looked at in a very nice way. He said, don't worry about it. If you do all the techniques you've learned, you breathe, you do your ki, you follow through, you focus. Don't focus on your people, don't focus on your friends, focus on the task of breaking and follow through. So what did that represent, that board of cement? Well, that represented failure. And what did I need to do? I needed to break that. I was either going to break the board or break my hand. And I thought to myself, that would be pretty cool too, because if I break my hand, people will come, oh, you broke your hand on the board. You know, that's not as bad as not breaking the board and not breaking your hand. Or if I do everything properly and I do break the board, that'd be very cool, because people would actually think about if it was real, if the cement was real, and they'd want to see it, and I'd be holding it out and showing everybody, yeah, it's real. It's what I learned in karate. So everything hung on this board. And my success to the rest of my life actually hung on this board. This board represented what was stopping me from going forward in life. So I had to break the board. Here I was, got in front of everybody, introduces me, this is John, he's going to break the board. I think he comes to the school, and I'm just looking at him, and I will focus on the task, break the board. So I got in front of this board, and it was set up. And I just put my hand on one thing and put my hand up this way, and I practiced the first one, and I could watch everybody. And I thought to myself, I better not watch everybody, I better watch what I'm doing. So again, focus taught me how to focus. Focus on the task. I'd look at the board, take my breath, and then out. Put my hand up. And I knew the third one. This had to be the one. I put my hand up, and I said to myself, here goes nothing. And I just wound up just a little bit more, just put everything I had into it. And right through the board. I thought to myself, wow, that was easy. And I'm looking, and everything slowed down, like time was stopping. And I was just astonished and amazed that I was able to do that. And as the board broke and fell down, the cement board broke, I came up and I slipped back. I took another breath, and then the pain. And then the pain. Not only did I break the board, I broke my hand. I had a small crack on the bone on my hammer fist. But it didn't matter. And it swelled, and that pain, that was the best pain I ever felt. And after I broke the board, and after the whole demonstration, in fact, that also taught me to learn the power I can harness and not use karate. I started thinking to myself, wow, if I can do that to something, imagine if I have to actually hit someone. Maybe it's a good thing not to do. To empower your body and your mind and your spirit is one thing. To have that confidence, if you need it, it's there. You have backing. And that's what karate is about. And in fact, since that time, I rarely demonstrate my abilities. I keep it to myself. I'm just a karate teacher. I'm a sensei, and my thing is to share those feelings and make some of my students, and I hope all of my students, have a time in their life where they can harness that confidence that they need and have it with them everywhere they go, going forward in life. That's what board breaking is all about. So when those kids break those pine boards, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. They're excited. They want to show their moms and dads and whoever's there, their friends, what they can do. They leave the dojo empowered. That's what karate can do for you. So, here for you, there's a reason why I'm not using a cement board. It's the dojo, and it's very messy, and I have to do this elaborate setup. Maybe at a future date, I might be able to break something for you, but I will break this piece of wood to demonstrate for you what I go through with the kids. And in fact, this is a little skit that I come up with for the kids so that they can learn how to concentrate and focus. So the main things about breaking for little kids is, one, mastering. They need a reward of their hard work. They want to see something happen. And basically the reward is, if they kick well and they can do the kick properly, they'll be able to break it. Breaking the board is the key. This is how they measure their success. So when I try to reinforce this before they break the board, what they need to do is focus on the technique and focus on breaking through. This is stopping them from moving forward. That's what boards and breaking is all about. What's holding you back? In their case, this piece of wood. So I go through a little skit like this. I tell them they're breathing, and then when they exhale, they have to exhale and maybe ki-ai right at the end to help that power go through the technique that they're using. Usually if the kids are small, they're kicking, they're doing a front kick to that. If they're a little bit bigger and they might have their orange belt or yellow belt, they'll do a hammer fist to them. So basically I tell them, look at the board, concentrate, look, breathing, practice your technique, breathe in and out, breathe in and out, focus, mind over matter. If you don't mind, the board don't matter. I think I have a headache now. Thank you. Have a nice day.